right, here's what I just wrote back to Connie. I said, on way down now, I couldn't find any pictures on Facebook. Just saw this note now Mary Claire sent earlier today. And then I copied and pasted her note. It said, are you aware your house in Pittston is being ripped down? So I don't know if that means that it's going to be in the future, that they voted on it, that it's going to be torn down, or if they're actually in the physical process of tearing it down today. We have to go down and find out, honey.
Okay.
I'm sending that to Connie right now.
And what's today's date?
I don't know.
The 23rd. 7/23, 2024.
July 23rd, 2024, and today is Tuesday, Senior Citizen Day. Talk about senior citizen abuse.
Okay. All right, today's the 23rd. 7/23, we're on Broad Street.
Today is July 23rd, 2024.
And everything is...
I can't see down there.
It's gone.
I can't see.
It's gone. It's literally gone.
And we're on Broad Street going down
It's literally gone.
to look at my house.
My stuff is in that house. Your stuff is in that house. Look at that. Oh my God.
Stop right here. I want to be able to see.
Oh my God.
Those bastards! Those bastards! They didn't even call me on the phone to tell me what they were doing.
Oh boy.
The lawyers didn't get back to me from Pittston or Duryea. Those son of a bitches, all my stuff is in that house. This is my house, not theirs.
Really? Oh my God.
My entire house with everything in it.
Who is it? Brad, B-R-D-A-R-I-C. Come on, sweetheart. Come on.
No, I can't. I can't look at it. Oh my God, look what they did to my house without even calling me. They didn't call me. The lawyer didn't get back to me from Duryea or Pittston, Jerry. And Jeff Bowman was supposed to have given it to the solicitors, and they were supposed to look into it and get it back to me, and they didn't. This is my home with everything in it that I own. Everything. Oh, my whole life is in this house. How could they do something like this to me? They stole it from me in the first place. Oh my God, how could they do this? I can't believe they could do something like this. Oh my God, all my things are in this house. Oh God, help me, please help me. They had no right to do this. They stole this house from me, and then there's legal things going on in the background, and they didn't even give me the notifications.
Yeah, you're sweetheart.
And locking me out of the house that I couldn't get my stuff in there, breaking into my house. God knows what they stole out of it.
And my stuff is in there too. I got
Oh
you,
my
sweetheart.
God.
I got you, sweetheart.
Oh my God, my God, my God. That's my life.
Sweetheart. How can anybody do this?
I don't know. I don't know. Thank God Connie called me. Thank God she told me that Mary Claire found out about it. And Mary Claire texted me, I guess. But I didn't see the message till just now when Connie texted me. Oh my God.
Oh boy. I'm so sorry.
That goddamn Harry Smith. Harry Smith is responsible for this. The Redevelopment Authority is responsible for this. And the mayor of Pittston is responsible for this. He's their boss.
Mayor Lombardo. Oh my God.
And Jeff Bowman, I sent that letter to him, and he was going to look into it for me from Duryea. And he told me that Duryea was going to look into it with their solicitors. But nobody gets back to me, ever. Nobody ever got back to me, and they can do this behind my back?
Those sneaky bastards. Oh boy.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I got you, sweetheart. I got you.
Jerry, I can't believe they did this to me without even a phone call or giving me a chance to say anything. And what about the phone calls I made to the Redevelopment Authority, and that Chacky, whatever his name is, never got back to me? I called and left 2 messages on his machine, and he never bothered or never had the courtesy or decency to get back to me. This is the thanks I get. This is the thanks I get for being a nice person and doing things the right way and the legal way. Oh my God. Oh my God, my house with everything in it there. Jerry, that's my income right now. It's my future income. That was going to be rented out so that I could have an income coming in to support me. It was also the stuff that's in that house could have been sold out, because there's antiques in that house. There's things in that house that cannot even be replaced. Well, you know what? That mayor said to you, you better get a good lawyer. Well, guess what? They better have a good lawyer now, because I'm going to sue the shit out of Pittston City, the Redevelopment Authority, Mayor Lombardo, Harry Smith, and possibly even Duryea for not helping me out when I told them. Mayor Lombardo said he would personally take this house up to Duryea and put it on our lot. And we have that in writing.
Yes, we do, sweetheart.
Jerry, I got us in the car.
Down.
I'm weak.
Come on.
I'm weak.
God,
I'm going to fall.
I know.
I'm going to fall.
You're 70 years old, sweetheart.
You tell me that this isn't elderly abuse? This is elder abuse. They knew I had a heart condition, and they still did this anyway. What did they think was going to happen? Those bastards!
Who's the name of the construction company? BRDARIC Excavating. 329E. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that. All our tools and everything.
That was Robbie's baby blanket. I was going to give that to him.
Oh, it's a cage.
The rabbit's
I was
cage.
going to say, yeah. Oh, honey.
See these things? The guy wanted these. They're $75 a piece. And these were things that are going to, my games and things that Nancy brought down for me. I'm saving all of them.
Oh my God, your holy statues, sweetheart.
Yeah, Nancy brought them down from upstairs for me. This is the radio my mother gave me when we got married, when Bob and I got married. Your mother's couch is behind there. Everything's piled on top of your mother's couch.
Okay.
Your mother's bed is right there, the
All right.
top to her bed.
Right.
That one that I found the ashtray for,
Yeah.
that's that wooden thing right there. Look at me.
I know, I see it.
That's your dad's.
I know.
So anything that belonged to you, I told her, put Jerry's stuff on that side of the room.
Right.
Right? Now, a lot of this stuff, I think is garbage. I'm not sure now, but the wooden racks for stuff, I can always use them.
Right.
For drying clothes in the winter.
Right.
I'm not sure what's all here, but
You're not going to be able to go up the steps, but you want me to go up
she
and...
put electronics in here somewhere. Now, somebody put this railing in here with these posts like this, because these weren't like that. That was in the hall. She lined that up in the hall. And then they put it out on the porch. Somebody put it on the porch. I don't know who I had bring it in. But
What a suitcase.
I think it's a record player.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure. What does it say on top?
No, it's a...
Oh, my beauty school. When I went to Jerrytown Beauty School.
Okay.
That was my case there. all these things over there, Nancy said we could sell.
Right.
All of these things over there, because I went through them and I said, no, sell. So she was putting them all over there against that window.
Okay.
So basically this room is a room where...
Was that your telephone?
No, that was my grandfather's telephone.
Oh, okay.
That's his telephone.
Well, something
but
like that we gotta
all the
take.
things in this room, see, that's for my plants.
Right.
But anyway, my fan, that would be a good thing that we could always use for the summer. And a lot of the things, some of the things over here I was keeping. But Nancy said, go through it, because as I was telling her, they divided rooms up for me. Things I'm keeping, things I'm getting rid of, things I'm putting to storage. And look at all of my baskets that I have here to put stuff in and pack. The crutches, when I broke my leg.
Right.
See the crutches that are there?
Right.
The lids to some of my pots and pans. And all these containers here. I brought in. Actually, I had you bring them in.
Yeah.
From the back of the car. I bought them, but you brought them in.
I know.
And all of these containers here were to help pack different things. And the bird cages and the rabbit cages I was going to take back up to Bunny Bonanza. Do you see? When we had the birds and the rabbits and the ducks.
Yeah.
And we were going to take that to Bunny Bonanza. And they were down in the basement, and Nancy brought them up and put them on the porch. But then he saw them on the porch and said that it was like garbage on the porch. So I brought them in here. But these were in the basement.
Yeah.
I don't know what's down in the basement. Nancy went through a lot of it, and she said she didn't know about that square area where all my grandmother's things are.
Well,
Does that light work, Jerry?
Yeah.
Try that one.
That's the same one. I put it there.
Oh. It's not very bright.
No, it's
not. It
not.
was at the time. And there's things in here like recipes in that drawer that I keep. Vases and things that I want. My hobnail. This is a collector item here.
Right.
That I like. All my crystal that I wanted, I told Nancy, and she put it up there for me.
Right.
This is my crystal stuff. Look, there's a washer and dryer here.
That's my mother's washer or dryer anyway.
Okay, the washer. Where's the washer?
We don't have it anymore.
Okay, and the stove was my grandfather's.
Okay.
That was my grandfather's Santa Claus, the Santa Claus one. And that has a great big deep thing in the back that you can put a great big pot in.
Right.
And it's got warming ovens and everything in it. I love that stove. And I rewired that stove at one time.
I know, you were telling me. I'm so proud of you.
That's my
sweetheart.
grandfather's lawnmower.
Okay. Oh my God.
And the things that I had to clean up the house in here.
All right.
But see, we couldn't see in here.
No.
This is the summertime and it was daylight, but you still couldn't see in here. So that's why Rod pulled the shades off the window.
Right.
And plus it was a heat wave. You were dying with the heat in here. Here's some of my books from the kitchen from my recipes. This was a book stand too. These I had underneath each child's bed. So that if, God forbid, if there was ever a fire here, they pull that out of their room underneath their bed and drop it down the window and climb out. This is Michelle's dollhouse that the guy had put over here. He was going to take it, and I said, oh, no. I said, because he knew that's worth something. The antique guy, he had this over there. He had this little spinning cap because he knows it's worth something. He had Robbie's Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Right.
This game here. He had all of these that he brought down from the attic, the guy that was in here.
Oh, my God.
And he wanted them, and I said, no. My games, my kids' toys are off limits. And he had the lunch boxes, wherever the lunch boxes are now. He had the lunch boxes, and he brought them down. I guess he thought that he was going to take them to the antique shop.
Yeah, oh, look at the holy statues.
Well, it's this one here. This is a planter with Jesus on it.
Yeah.
And I wanted that. I wanted the prayers. I want my crucifixes. There's anything holy Nancy was sticking there. Oh, my cheese slicer. Jerry, we could use that now. My cheese slicer.
Oh, good.
Good. Put that in your pocket. That's a pocket thing now.
All right. Oh, God, your holy
And
statues.
all my statues that were up in my bedroom. It's St. Anthony, St. Francis, the Sacred Heart, the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and St. Joseph. And they were in my bedroom on my dressers. And they brought them down. They brought them down for me because I love my statues and I want them. But in your house, I don't have any place to put this stuff. So I have to do something with all this stuff. I don't know what to do or how to do it. all those, I call them macaroni decorations. Some of them, they call them popcorn, whatever.
Right.
I have boxes and boxes of them in the attic for each holiday of every decoration, like these.
Right.
And when I looked it up online, I found out they're selling these online because the company went out of business.
Okay.
And since the company went out of business, people are buying them on eBay and they're going from $75 and up.
Right.
So I definitely want mine, but the guy brought them down. He wanted them.
Right.
So, I told him no, he can't have them. But I think there's some electronics things here, Jerry, that was there
I
for
see
you.
there's a television and
Well, Nancy put electronics aside for you, but like I said, the room is divided in different things. Your mother's chair is here, turned upside down on top of the couch.
okay.
That's a rocker or something, that green chair.
Yeah. Look what they did to the shade.
Oh,
That wasn't like that. The window shade, because they broke that
Oh,
window.
yeah, when they broke the window.
And they found that they can't get
Couldn't
past
get in
it.
because of all the stuff there. I wonder who it was.
I don't know.
I'm going to go to the police department. I'm going to ask them. The other thing is those wooden racks. They're good. But now that these things are in here, I'd have to take them out. This is for holding VCR tapes.
Right, I know.
And there's stuff in here, but we push certain things to the side so we can make room.
Right.
There's the parts to the bed against the wall.
Okay.
Parts to the bed?
Right.
Okay. Was there any mail there at the mail slot?
No, nothing.
My games are in those boxes there. I know that. That's only some of them. I have a lot because we always had game day.
Yeah.
I think I had every game that the store offered.
Right. There's a crack in the wall here. You would know where you know there's.
Oh, see, that wasn't there before. That's probably when they cut the house in half.
That's exactly. Here's
they
another
put
one right
pressure
here.
on it. Yeah, there you go. See the cracks?
Yep.
Yeah, they weren't there before.
I
But
know.
That's probably when they cut the house in half. They caused stress on this house.
They did.
Look at, and that's what I said. I was going to take everything out of here. I'll take the doorbells. I'll take the light. I'll take.
Yeah.
Oh, my key thing is missing.
Oh.
I had a key
Oh, look
here.
at it. It's all cracked right here
Yep,
too.
I see it. I see it. That wasn't there. But I had a wooden thing that looked like a key, a big key, and it had little cup hooks on it.
Right.
When you came in the door, you could hang your keys on it, and I had a bunch of my keys hanging on it
Oh
too.
boy.
This is the suitcase I had at the door to collect the mail.
Right.
I can't really see, honey, in here because it's a little dark.
It is. Yeah.
And I can't see what's here. But this all has to be taken out of here.
I know.
Everything. And including the bathtub upstairs. I have no idea what's down in the basement. But I want to go upstairs and see. I hope the camera doesn't run out before I end up... Oh, these were our Halloween costumes. Halloween costumes I made the kids and Halloween costumes I bought. I sorted through them. Yep. And some of them you can't get those masks anymore. Now see like that gold container there, a canister set? I didn't want that. So I said, you know, that can go for sale. Because Nancy said to me, make as much money as you can because you're going to need money to pay for the storage units. So she said, whatever you want to sell, she goes, sell it. She goes, either on eBay or have a garage sale or a yard sale.
Yeah.
And she said, that way you'll have money to pay for your storage unit. But in the meantime, because there's stuff here I don't want, but almost everything in here, my silverware I do want.
Here's the plant.
That was yours.
Yep.
That's your plant stand.
Yep.
And that came down here.
Yep.
And I think you have, oh, Jerry, that green table over there upside down.
Right, I
where
remember.
put the
Those are
carpets on
mine.
it. I think that was yours.
It is.
And what else is over there? Can you see any other
Well,
tables?
there's a table over there, but that's not mine.
Okay, it might be one of mine then.
Yeah.
But or my grandmother's. It could be my grandmother's when I cleaned her house out. But this is what Nancy and I did for a whole week down here. We
Yeah.
were packing and boxing. Do you see this here? That big
That
pot?
stove is mine.
What stove?
There's a stove, an old burner stove
Okay.
over there, like a two-burner
Yep.
stove.
And there's the chairs to my table, my dining room table. And this pot here was my mother's canning pot. That's what we made her stewed tomatoes in when we did canning.
Right.
Are these the things for the windows?
They could be. I don't know what they are.
Unless it's the contact paper
I think it's contact paper.
from when I did the cupboards.
Yeah.
All right, that's a possibility. These are things for the picnic area for downstairs that the lady across the street, when her refrigerator broke, she came over and asked me if she could use them. And Robbie took them over to her. There were 4 of them. I had 4. And she put all her food in it until her new refrigerator came. Jerry, I think that light there, that shade might be yours too.
It is.
Hay movers. to take all this stuff out of here and put it someplace. I'm not sure where now, what we're going to do. Oh, there's my wooden key thing.
Okay.
It's there. See the wooden thing? It has the little hooks on it, but the keys aren't on it.
Right.
So she might have even given me the keys at the time. But anyway, if this all has to go to one place, we have to go through it, save it, sell it, get rid of it. That's what we're going to have to do. I might have to pay professionals to do that, but I want to get all this on video, so please tell me that video is going to work.
It's still going, yeah.
All right. Now, on each floor, I had a fire extinguisher. Right. See that one right there?
Right.
I had a fire extinguisher on each floor. Somebody turned that cabinet around. This was against this wall.
Right.
And it was filled with bathroom type things and towels and stuff.
Right.
I don't know where they are now.
There's your bathroom.
And then I was sitting up here, and every box Nancy gave me from here when I made the one trip up, I sat here on the toilet. And all the empty boxes, we took the empty boxes and we threw them in there as I was going through stuff. Let me sit.
Sweetheart.
As I was going through the stuff in here, yeah. Nancy had me sit. She'd bring stuff to me, and I'd go through it, and I put some things aside that I wanted to save, and the empty boxes as I was going through. And then I had them stacked in the different rooms.
Yeah.
And that's why the boxes, I had to go through so many of them. And we used that area right there to throw them in.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, nothing in that bathtub is what do you call, but I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure most of those boxes, because that's what we were doing up here. Huh. All right, now I gotta get up. I have to get through these rooms before that film runs out. All right, there's my card table. All right, see, I don't know if those boxes have things in or not. All right, these might be my decorations again. There's the hospital bed. This vanity was my grandmother's. That's very expensive. It's
yeah, look at
antique, that. What do you call? All the stuff here in this area, right?
Yeah.
That has to be gone through. I never got through that day. Everything in here is Robbie's. This all goes to Robbie. His boxing gloves, his outfit when he was a fireman. I think we were just dusting things off with this. Nightstand drawer. Everything that was in the nightstand is here.
Where you see the wall behind you.
Oh my God. Big cracks in it, honey. See? That's what they did when they cut the house in half. It must have been vibrating the house and it caused the cracks in the plaster. Because these aren't what do you call that board?
Sheetrock.
Yeah, these aren't sheetrock. This is plaster. And look at how the stress must have put the cracks right in it from cutting the house in half. But all these things in here, and this dresser here was my grandfather's. Santa Claus one. The Santa Claus grandfather. This was his dresser, and they had real deep drawers in it.
Yeah, look at that.
And I cleaned Robbie's closet out, and I had taken everything down to the Salvation Army. Everything that was in here,
yeah. Oh, the door wouldn't even open.
Stuck. Just the hangers are left in there.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that everything's out of there, honey. I'm pretty sure, except for the hangers. What did this say? Can you read it?
Let's see.
I wrote something on it.
2 pairs, 2 bottoms only. Red road. No.
Let me see. Take it off and let me read it. All right, let me see, honey. Pajamas.
Okay.
2 pair, 2 bottoms only. Red robe, no tie. One top only, 1 fuzzy, 2 long night shirts. That was what was in there.
All right, let me close that because we're going.
But these drawers here now, this was against that wall.
Right.
And these are very deep, steep drawers. I don't know if these are cleaned out.
Yeah, everything was organized, but everything is all moved around.
I didn't move all of this stuff, but it had to be moved to get to the closet or whatever.
We'll go to another room.
Well, maybe you moved it when you put the things on the window. All right. This was the spare room there. When they were small, it was a nursery.
Right. Oh, look at the cedar chest.
My cedar chest
Yeah,
has
that's
everything.
yours.
I have 3 of them.
Okay.
There's this brown one.
And those are the chairs for my dining room suite.
All right, how many are there?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think.
All right,
Here's
and my
another
clothes
one.
are still in that closet.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
got a
my
map
clothes
of
are
the
still
world.
in that closet. And I went through some of the things in this room here. Some of them were Robbie's school papers and that. That was this stereo stand.
Oh yeah, and the record player's still there and the radio.
And I think I took the desk out of here, honey.
Okay.
I don't know what those boards are for there on your chair.
I don't know.
They're to something.
Yeah.
All right.
They're legs.
It's legs to something, but what?
I'm not sure.
The table. Maybe your mother's table?
That's very possible.
All right.
All right.
So, and then this was my dresser, where one of the statues was on top of that one, the Blessed Mother one, with my things in it, which are still there. There's still things inside of it. See?
Yeah.
My socks, my colognes. This is Robbie's talking battleship game, a crossfire game, Stratego we used to play. This is Robbie's bedroom. This is where he was. My clothes are in that closet,
Look,
though.
he has the Dalmatians on the wall.
Yeah, because I bought him a Dalmatian when he was with the fire department here.
All right, let's check out the other.
And the map for when he was doing his studies.
Right.
But my clothes are in that closet. They're still there, I see.
And this is how I
But I only got some things out as I needed them. I didn't have to be here.
I know.
Now
There's no way we can get through here.
Well, let's
This
see.
is the rocking horse.
Yes, stand it up, honey, or
Let me
something.
stand
The
it up
guy
and
probably
see it.
took that because that's
He was trying
valuable.
to take it.
Yeah, you want to put it in Robbie's room?
Yeah.
Just stick it in there for now. Because that was up in the attic.
Okay.
And he had to have brought that down and put it in there.
Right.
There were springs on it. I don't know if the springs are still there. Go sideways with
I
it.
got it.
But that was my horse when
Right.
I was little.
Oh my God.
That was my horse. And then, of course, my children used it.
Yeah.
And bring the horse in there too, honey.
All right. Come on, little
You can't see
horsey.
too well because it's
No, you can't.
dark in here. There's no power hooked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? That was the good horse.
I know.
We all used it.
Okay. There.
All right. Now, I think this closet is one
Look
Nancy.
at right here. There's a crack, sweetheart. Going up here.
Oh boy. I can't really see there now, but
I
maybe in
know.
the daytime. Oh, I stepped on something. All right, and in here, I'm pretty sure Nancy and I cleaned this closet out. Oh yeah, she wrote, closet done, trash only.
Okay.
So close that door.
I won't close it. There you go.
All right. See, Nancy would throw all that out. That's what she wrote, that, trash only. But that's not trash.
Right.
It's stuff that I had here. This is my linen closet. I would come in here and get the creams, the soaps, the Calgon bath oil things. My hair curlers are still here. You know, the part that goes into the bathroom that holds the soap when you're in the shower.
Yeah.
You see these little things here?
Right.
These things here. You know, you can put soap or shampoo on them in the shower.
Yeah.
So this is not cleaned out. That's not cleaned out. Maybe she meant because of the clothes. But there's my electric curlers, 2 sets of them. One was the girls and one was mine. And some of the lotions. All right, now, this was the girls' bedroom. All right. This is changed. It was changed around. All right, so when Rod was in here, that area was there, probably closed or something for me to go through. Do you see
Yeah.
it? See that area there
Right.
behind the door?
Right.
Because this bed was next to that one. There was a bed here and a bed there. So there's the brown bed. This is the white bed. And they were right here with
These are they're
all brand new bedding.
Look at the cracks.
See? See? That's what they did, honey. But anyway, Rod probably put clothing over here in this corner. I know he put boxes in that corner because that's what they did. They got them. Here's another fan. Each child had a fan in their room and one of those slatters that I showed you. These are the girls. Look at their curlers and their lotions and stuff like that. Their school papers. So as he was opening the boxes, he was just trying to see what was in them, and the dressers to get everything out for the girls. Now, these were when they were babies. Every one of these, I painted this dresser, and put the little decals on it when they were born. And that dresser there, that was my grandmother's dresser. And Grandma Palem's.
Right.
That was her dresser. I painted it, and I put the decals on it because, if they were boys or girls, they go with either or. Do you see them?
Yeah.
Did you get pictures of them for me? All right, and then this is the big one. This has a closet in it.
Wow, look at that.
It's a closet. And then each one of these drawers. So the girls each had their own dresser. They each had half in here. And in here I had all their special things like candles when they had their first communion.
Uh-huh.
Things like that. All right, so I guess Rod did clean them out for me.
Oh, boy.
And this closet was filled with all the girls' clothes. So he might have put them in here. I don't know what he did with them. Kitchen pots and pans, why they'd be up in this room, I have no idea. Here's more clothes on top of a dresser. Or maybe it was stuff that I used for arts and crafts. And a blanket. But this, look at, now these baskets cracked. That's what I used to use to store things in. But I had a whole bunch of them in the hall when I washed clothes. So, Penny was in here too. Robbie allowed her in here. So some of these things that are missing in here, in this room, could belong to her. Oh. Okay,
Are you
honey.
cold, sweetheart? I don't want you to be cold.
I just want to wipe this part off and sit for a second.
You sit down.
I have to. My back is hurting, and I'm out of breath. And if you can pause the camera till we get to the next floor, because I don't want to lose it. But anyway, yeah, this was the one bed for Michelle and one for Penny. And then Robbie's room was the other room. And I slept in the room where the hospital bed was, the small room.
Yeah.
It was a nursery at one time, but then I put my grandmother's hospital bed in there. And that's where I was. I gave Robbie the bigger room where I was.
Yeah.
Originally, that middle room there was mine.
Right.
This one was supposed to be. But when we moved, the girls wanted this room. So I gave the girls this room because it was bigger, and I figured two of them. And I was in the middle room. And then for Robbie, he didn't want that small room because that's where his closet was, and it was too small. So I traded with Robbie. I just left my stuff in his room. But all of this stuff has to be packed and put someplace until we can go through and say, keep it, save it, throw it, give to somebody. That's what we're going to have to do. Oh. And the attic is going to be filled with stuff up there. And I don't even know about the cellar. Nancy was doing the cellar for me, and she said she never even knew that cubby hole was there. Because I said to her, did you get all Grandma's antique pictures and picture frames and the kids' stuff when they were born? Like they had a carriage that I paid like $400 for, and the table that went with it. It was like it would convert into a high chair and a rocker, and it had all these different converted things in it. And the stroller would go to a carriage. That was down there. And what else was down there? I'm trying to remember all the things I can't remember. And unfortunately, all of that stuff I put in that cubbyhole part because I knew that was the pump to Robbie's basketball. And so Rod probably brought the clothes and just stuck them in that corner. And he must have changed, like when he took the beds off, he put them up against the wall. So I don't remember where I had that dresser. I thought it was on that side over there, but because the heads of the bed were here.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that dresser came from, actually. Or maybe it was, I'm trying to remember, maybe they brought it from Robbie's room and brought it over here.
Solid.
Quality.
Oh, honey.
But right now, with all the stuff that that they went through and messed everything up, it looks like a bunch of nothing. But believe it or not, this is all worth something, and it's worth it something to me.
You're right.
And all my memories and all my things that I have to go through growing up with the kids. There's my back pillow that was there. I put that on the couch. I don't know how it got up here. That was on the couch to support my back. It has arms on it, and it puts behind your back. But when they piled these baskets, because they're cheap baskets, these are. And my good baskets are the Rubbermaid ones. But you can see, honey, how the baskets just fell apart.
Yeah.
From putting stuff in. And this was Rod's room. He was working in here for me. And there you can see the boxes. And up in the attic, he told me, he said he's too overwhelmed. He said he didn't know where to put anything up there because there was so much stuff in that attic front room where other boxes were in that corner. Those are the boxes he went through up there. So let's get up there and see what they did there. And I had deadbolts on every one of these doors up here in the bedroom. I have a lock to this door.
I never did that before, did it?
Well, it's stiff now, I guess. I can't see here. Do you bring that light up or not? Did you bring the light? We'll put your camera light on. Do you have a camera light? I don't have a camera light. Oh, on my phone I do.
All right. I don't know. We're almost out of battery on this one.
Well, I want to go up and get the stuff in the attic and see it. How much more on that battery, honey? I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Get professional movers to come in and pack everything and take everything and put it someplace. And then we'll sort through it. Good, bad, get rid of, sell. That's what it's going to be. Now, here's the bathroom. Oh, looks like stuff is missing from the bathroom. I had a whole bunch of clothes that I threw in there. Bobby's clothes and that. It's a broken hanger. That can go to garbage. See, here's some of my containers here. See these? This is 2 bedrooms up here and a bathroom. The lady before me, she rented these 2 rooms out and they shared the bathroom.
On her side.
What?
On her side.
Right here.
Oh, these 2 rooms? These very same rooms?
Yes.
Oh.
See?
Yeah.
That bathtub I want. It's a pedestal tub, and I promised it to Rod. And when they were going through stuff, they put stuff in here, but there were bags and bags of clothing in here. There were bags and bags of clothing that belonged to Bob that I had never gone through.
Right. Let me see.
So they might have put them in garbage bags and Rod was throwing things down the steps to me as he found clothing. And I ended up with 42 bags of clothes. That's what's in that one shed.
Yeah.
42 bags of clothes. Look at the old sink.
Yeah.
And the toilet.
Yeah.
This is a working bathroom.
Oh, of course.
And
why wouldn't it be? Look at that. Even the pipe isn't rotted away like on the stuff they have today. No. They always rot out on the bottom, remember? This is solid.
Well, anyway, and that tub, so Rod was going through and putting things in here, honey, but it was too much for him, too. He was overwhelmed. He didn't know where to put anything. You see that blue suitcase there?
Yeah.
That's what my mother gave me for a graduation present.
Oh, God love it.
A whole set of luggage like that. So there's more pieces to that. And anything he found, he was trying to organize the best that he knew how. And Nancy told me he wasn't good at doing it. But it was better than nothing. Right. And they were trying to save everything they could for me. Like by doing the best that they could. Going through everything when we moved. All right. Let's go over here. And then my son, I can't see whose box that is or whatever, but I'm going to go through there. Right here, there was a great big box in front of this door. And it was filled with baseball cards that I had gotten for Robbie every year. I'd buy him the box from that Tops bubble gum. Look at, here's his air thing, I think. Is that air hockey? I think it's called his air hockey game. That was the last year he was here, he got that. And in here, this was my toy room. Look at my Jack in the Box. My Jack in the Box. Doesn't play now, though. All right, well, it used to. And the kids' Fisher-Price toys. More. Everything here. These are all their... this was the game room. Every single thing in here is a game. Or something that they played outside in. You know, or their... Look at the sit and spin things. All games are here. All of those games over there. Look at there's Pac-Man over there. Chutes and ladders. We have every Sunday was game day. And we had a game and they each got to play a game that they liked. So I bought almost every game in the store. Some of these are outside toys, like the hula hoop and the badminton set. Those are outside. The baseball things. That was from the kids too, growing up. Let me turn around here. And that was one of his race car sets.
What about that crack?
This was his lamp. I think that one was there, honey, but I'm not positive. Because this is the attic. I didn't come up here that often. That was a radio that we had in one of the bedrooms. On AM/FM radio. And if you go behind that door, that is filled with toys and games under that cubbyhole door.
Really?
I don't know if you can get in there or not, but that is filled in there because when we moved, I just shoved a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, I don't know if
these
I'd
are
be
all
able to open it.
all right, these are their baby toys.
Around.
Just set it off to the side, honey.
Oh, look it.
That can go to Goodwill or to some little child that needs it, that would like a toy. This was their baby lamp on their baby dresser. Now, I don't
That's
know if you
completely
can see
empty, I think.
No, it's not. It's filled.
Are you sure he didn't go in there?
No, he wasn't in there.
All right, well then I need a light.
Yeah, you have to have a light. I couldn't see it in the daytime even when I had a light on in here. But that is filled with their toys and stuff in there too. And all of this. So, let me get out here, honey.
I remember this.
Yeah, he used to roly-poly. If you set him on the floor,
Wow.
he rolls around.
Yeah.
Brad must have put them in the garbage bag for me. Well, I didn't spin them that fast. And here's a little bowling set. You set that up and then you throw the little balls at it.
Right.
Their baby lamp. Well, that was one.
All right, you got one more room and
Here's
we're almost
another
out of battery.
All right, well then let's go down that room too. At least I have a little bit of an idea of what's here then, even though we can't see it too well.
Right.
All right, now this was my storage room. This room I used it was a bedroom originally, but I used it for all my decorations.
Right.
Every decoration for every holiday. And all my papers, important papers that I had all through the years from filing cabinets and that were in boxes. That closet right here is filled with stuff. Inside that closet, you can't get to it because these things are here. And as you can see, all these boxes are decorations. All the way over. And important papers. And when Rod came in here, he goes, I can't do it, Barbara. He goes, it's just too overwhelming for me. And he was trying, but it was just too much. All right. But look, see, this is part of Halloween. The little thing, and I used to put stuff in there for the kids to take their candies. But look, there's a desk over there. I had 3 of those desks. One was in Robbie's room, and one was in the girls' room for when they were doing their homework. And the one up here. When I moved, I put everything in here. And boxes of important papers, the kids' school pictures, the kids' papers when they went to school, all the way up from kindergarten. I saved all their papers. And over there, and you can't see. But those are the windows that got wrecked. And I guess you came down, did you do it by yourself, or did you come down with somebody?
Dwayne and me put the
papers up on the windows, because when they took the pictures of that, you can see how the boxes are thrown there in front of the windows when he was going through them.
Yeah.
And I mean, he didn't know, that was going to end up on the news. But like, there's my Christmas wreaths, there's stockings that I made. My Corral dishware set right here. You see all the boxes and stuff?
Right.
And I had most of them labeled because when I moved, those are from my Christmas fireplace. And I mean, when we're going through everything, it's hard because you don't really know where to put everything at this point. And with me, I would have divided it and put a label on each box, but that would take me years to do. And they were only going to be here 4 days. So they did what they could do. That was one of my Christmas centerpieces. A little candle with the other candles around it. This is Christmas wrapping paper, wreaths, my tree stand. My Christmas tree's probably down underneath there in a great big box. But you see, honey, when we were here...
This is your life, sweetheart.
This is my whole life. And I want my life. I don't want anybody stealing it from me like they're trying to. They have no right to do that. And if you notice, this house is structurally sound.
Oh my God, yeah, it is.
There's no reason for them to condemn this.
No.
I mean, if I came through here and I was doing a room at a day, a room at a time, taking things out of boxes and putting them where they belong, but when you move and you first come in, you just take out the things that you actually need and the things you're actually using, and then that's it.
Right.
The rest of the stuff is, oh, okay, it's Christmas. Let me go up in the attic and look for the Christmas decorations.
Right.
You know, oh, it's Easter. Okay, let's go up and look for the Easter eggs. You see that little box in front of the window over there, Jerry? There should be 2 of them. I don't know if you see a second one. You see the thing with the drawer that slides over on it? It's a chalkboard. That big thing.
This big thing.
In front of the window. Yes. That was, they each had one. There should be 3 of them.
Wow.
Because the children each had their own. And I put all their small toys in there, and then they had some of their Fisher-Price things on top.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So there should be 3 of them.
Wow, look at all the games you have.
I know.
And models and cars and... Oh my God, I had a dream about a speak and say.
I remember you told me about it.
Yeah, I did tell you about it.
That was Robbie's.
Wow.
And see, something like that was on that stand there. I had everything on the stand labeled. I could show you pictures, you know, of how nice. Oh, there's the second stand turned on its side.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I don't know where the third one is.
Okay.
There's the second desk.
Right.
Right there, honey. Right there underneath the games.
There it is.
That's the second desk. There should be 1 more.
Okay.
So it's probably buried under something here. God only knows what's in that box. But, you know, when you move, and then when the kids are going through stuff, they don't go through things like a human would go there. They go puppy dog style when the kids are looking for something. And then they throw things out and they leave it. And then I'd have to come up and put it where it actually belonged. But see, in our other house, all these were on shelves, and everything was so nice and neat. I have pictures of everything that was beautiful.
Oh, I know. I saw them, sweetheart.
It's like, but when we moved, everything that's in boxes, everybody's moving everything, everybody's digging through everything.
Oh my God, it's like everybody
That's
just
another
went
thing that
through
was on a
everything.
shelf like that for their games.
Yeah.
The Fisher-Price.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll still work, but
Yeah, that's okay.
this should have worked because the last time I played it. And then what's...
See, everybody was going through everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's their Mickey Mouse telephone.
Oh.
Yeah.
The talking phone.
Here's another one of those speak and say things.
Right.
We had a couple of them.
Yeah. I had a dream about them.
Here's another one.
Only
See
it
if
was
it works.
a Barbie for some reason.
See if it works. Why does it just do that?
Maybe whatever is on the inside just got maybe
Dry matter.
could be.
Well, they
Look at
spoke
flashcards.
anyway. Oh yeah, everything. Anything educational, I always bought them. Any kind of
Oh,
jewelry
yeah.
for the girls and bows for their hair. They have a whole bunch of that stuff in their bedroom.
Liberty Bell.
Oh, that might have been a decoration on a desk.
Yep.
But
Honey, this is your whole life.
this is my life, and I don't want them taking it from me. They have no right to say they're going to come in here and destroy what belongs to me. There's my pony over there. You see my pony in the corner? A stick
Oh
pony?
yeah, look at
That's
it.
the one I told you. My mother and I were playing with it, and the head came off when I was pulling because we were like a tug of war. I'm
Uh-oh.
stronger than you, Mommy.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Yeah, that's it. Stronger than you.
Yeah, I'm stronger than you. So I pulled it, and the head came off, and I fell and hit my head on the coffee table. Here's some containers Rod brought up. He had some containers that he brought up to pack,
Right.
but he didn't know where to even begin up here.
Oh no, I can see that. Yeah.
It's just too much to try to
All
go
right.
through.
Well, that's good. The battery's still going in the camera. Thank God.
Thank God, because I wanted to make this video so I have proof of all the stuff that was in here. Because they said this house is filled with garbage.
It's not.
It's not garbage. It's boxes that haven't been unpacked or boxes that were unpacked and repacked.
Yeah, they just had
When
to
they
be,
told me I was going to have to go.
Yeah, it's just that you had so many people going through the stuff,
Yeah,
and you weren't here helping.
I was here, but
Well, you were here, but you
they
weren't
were bringing
upstairs.
it down to me box by box and telling
Okay.
me cards down there for the microwave card and,
Yeah.
and the stereo that was down there in the dining room. They were all buried underneath those things in there somewhere. And even in the living room, there was a picnic table. 2 picnic tables from the front porch I brought in and put in the living room. so that they had something to sort stuff on.
Right.
I don't know where those picnic tables are. I don't remember seeing them.
You're good, sweetheart.
But there
I got
might
ya.
be one. Let me see, honey. There might be
going.
one against
There
the
you
dining
go.
room window with those boxes that Nancy said to me. What
Well,
do you
this
want
house is solid.
What do you want to sell?
These are like concrete steps.
Yeah, well, they're strong, thank
Yeah.
God.
They don't build them like this anymore.
No, they don't, honey. There's my card table. I
Oh,
don't know
there's your
what these-
card table. That's like the one that we have what your mom had.
Well, mine's white. And the
Yeah.
other one was blue. Yeah, and there should be chairs to that too somewhere. But like I said, my hospital bed and those dressers, I have to have them. The
I know.
cabinet, look at the cabinet.
I know.
And Jerry, you know what? Your house is filled right now. But what if we decide to build a new home? And I want stuff around me that belongs to me because
That's right.
I can't. You hang on, honey.
I know.
I can't put my stuff in your house or all my children's things
Yeah.
because you don't have room for me.
Yeah. Well, we got.
Or if I came back here, I could live here in the downstairs. Basically, I would like to live in this house and have it all set up really nice like I had my last house.
Well, it's your home, sweetheart.
And
It's your first home.
the
that
other
you
one
ever
was
bought.
rented, but it was nice.
It's paid for.
Oh yeah, it's been paid for. And all I have to worry about is the taxes every year. That's the only bill. See, and this railing is a good sturdy railing. Look at how sturdy it
It's
is.
very sturdy.
I can hang on to it.
Yep.
These are Robbie's toys here that were in his toy box
Oh,
upstairs.
look at that.
So the guy must have pulled them out. Look at this. You know what these things are?
Police.
You step on it. Honey,
Uh-huh.
look. It's like there's one on each
Oh,
foot.
yeah.
You step on it and try to walk, like moonwalk or something.
Right.
They were Robbie's. I only see the one right there now. There must be another one there somewhere.
Oh, look.
My
Here's,
holy statues.
right.
And these are important to me.
Or my dad's rocker. Yeah, I definitely want that.
That was the one in the dining room.
That's right.
And my rocker was sitting over there in that corner. Billy, when he brought it up to me, my brother Billy from Virginia, he drove with the rocking chair on top of the car. He says, "This is the fastest rocking chair on wheels."
Wow.
Look at these are my Halloween decorations, but these are from my kitchen drawer, my silverware.
Oh, yeah.
Poinsettia. That was
Yeah.
my kitchen cart. I promised that to Rod too. That was supposed to go to Rod because he saw the plug on the side of it. But you know what? I may be keeping that myself because you can put appliances on it. I made it for Grandma Black. I actually made that. Well, you put the stand together, but I put the contact paper on all the shelves and the plug on
Right.
it so that when she could plug her appliances in. More costumes there. The potty chair. You know, stuff from my grandparents when I had them.
Look at that.
All my records. And that's what I'm saying, Jerry. Over there, there's probably a picnic table underneath all that stuff that we piled on top.
Father Murphy. Your famous faces.
They're just Halloween costumes, honey.
Yeah.
But see, all
Zorro,
more
Cinderella.
containers. More of my containers to pack over there.
Oh, yeah. You got everything all here. These are all brand new.
Yep, all of them.
Yep.
And on the side to the left of you,
Right.
there's more. So we were using all of these and even the baskets for different things.
Right.
But they ran out of time. My mother ended up in the hospital that same week. Nancy was spending most of the time down there with my mother at the hospital, but she'd come back up here and it was just me and Rod here in the daytime.
Wow, that's mine. That came from my house.
Yep. What? The blue thing?
I think so. I saw it there.
It wasn't mine. It
Yeah.
wasn't mine. And
I'm trying to think where it was. in
those are the
house.
lids to all those containers
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. You got everything. They're all brand new.
Oh yeah, yeah. And there's my picnic basket and my cheese thing. My brother gave me that for Christmas one year in front of the door.
Right.
Do you see that closet door?
Right here, yeah.
That
Your
closet
basket.
door is a small little corner cabinet where your ironing board goes in there.
Yeah.
That's where the ironing board was, in that little closet.
Right.
And you can hang like an apron on the door or something. That's what I used to use it for anyway, my ironing board in the door. There's the ironing board right now.
This was either yours or mine. The
I don't
can
know, honey,
opener.
'cause I remember it, yeah. I remember using it. And there's my ironing board over there. There's two coffee tables over here, two end tables from the living room, upside down, one on top of another one. There were carpets that I was getting rid of because I knew I wasn't color coordinated with them. And lamps. Over there's some lamps. I can't see what's underneath all that stuff. But I see that there's no lampshade to that, but they can always be replaced as long as the lamp is there. But Jerry, look at all this stuff. You know, this is what I have to be able to get rid of now. I shouldn't have to. I should be able to come down here, go through this box at a time, go, you know, get stuff out of here. But no, they're forcing me now. Look here was my Christmas tablecloth. Here's my collectible cups from the cupboard, 7-Up. Robbie broke a lot of them, I know that. There was my grinder to make mincemeat. Here's my toaster. It's like all these baskets for bread baskets and things like that when I entertained. This is Grandpa's chair in his kitchen. There should be 2 of them. This was my kitchen table, and I had a dining room table in there. And you can see Nancy was here's the set she was putting aside for me now. I just saw that other 7-Up glass.
Yeah.
These are collectibles. These are collectibles when they're from the Looney Tunes cartoon things.
Yeah.
See? So Nancy put everything on the table. I said, save, it's a collectible item. And up on top of the refrigerator, I told her I want those things. That's my crystal. And that was another place that an ironing board hung in here in the kitchen, Jerry.
Here's your 7-Up. I'll put it with your 7-Up.
I'll put them together there, darling. Thank you. All right, there should be a Coke, too. There's 2 Pepsi, 2 7-Up, and there will be 2 Coke. And that one there is where I had a small ironing board that if I had to pull out an ironing board real quick just to iron something for the kids,
right.
The iron was on the shelf with the starch, and then the ironing board was right there in that cupboard.
Yeah.
Now, we don't have time to go downstairs and go through the basement. If you want to go down, I won't be able to tell you anything.
I won't be able to see anyway.
All right, well, then there's no sense going down, honey, but Nancy was doing the best she could for me down there and bringing stuff up.
Yeah, I haven't been down here
so
lately.
You might be able to see something. I don't know.
Yeah, oh man, you're full. Wow, what a wonderful, unbelievable. Your water heater.
That gas furnace is new.
Yeah.
When I bought the house, I put
right there.
2 water heaters.
I remember that.
That's the second water heater.
Yeah, I saw that. We got to come with a brighter light.
Huh?
We have to come with a brighter light.
All right. I had that here. Actually, I thought I had one on each floor here. So that if I was upstairs in the attic, there'd be one up there. If I was in the second floor, there'd be one there. But there's no way they should be taking this away from me when this is my home and I should be able to set it up the way I want to set it up.
Yeah, I mean, everybody went through everything puppy style. It should be your turn now to
go through and put everything where it belongs. Look at my refrigerator. That's a 25 cubic foot size refrigerator.
Yeah, that's
I got
large.
the biggest one that they had at the time.
Yep.
So that's my refrigerator. That was the stove that I cooked on, and it has a surface on there that you can put things on the surface of it in the big
I like
pot,
that.
the warming tray. You will never find an oven like that. You pull the bottom drawer out, there's a warming tray there. You have
Right.
2 ovens.
Yeah.
One on one side, you could be broiling on one side and baking on the other.
Nice.
I love that.
Shut your lantern off. And you bought these lanterns special.
I bought the lantern special so I could see here when I was doing stuff because there's no electricity in the house. The electricity in the water is off.
Right.
So when I had to go to the bathroom, I went down to one of the buildings down there and I used the public bathroom when I was here.
Wow.
But as you can see, we started emptying cupboards and drawers and everything else just to be able to, in case that damn code enforcement officer, in case he came here and he put a lock on my door, Nancy said to me, Barbara, we better get your stuff out of there, whatever you want. And she came up to help me.
I know she did, and she meant well.
Because whatever she could do, to put us aside, here, are you giving this away? Are you keeping this? And she asked me about everything, and so did Rod.
It's
they
fine.
brought things down.
I know, sweetheart. It's all good. We're gonna
They knew I couldn't go up and down those steps constantly. There's my relish tray, my milk glass vase that had fruit in it. But those are the bird cages here. She brought them up from downstairs and I had them on the back porch, but the code enforcement officer saw them and he didn't want them there. But Jerry, look at how solid this house is.
It sure is.
And those ceiling blocks up there can be replaced. That's when my father and I put brand new copper wiring in from the bathroom upstairs before I even moved in here.
All right, our indicator's been looking for the battery, so if you want to end the video.
Well, let's end the video here. We're going to go, I have to call the lawyer on the phone and tell him there's no way I could be out of here by today. That's what he wants, and I don't want them destroying this property with all of my things in it like that. He thinks it's just garbage in here.
It's not.
He was told it was garbage. He was told that I had a few personal items I wanted out of here. It's not a few personal items. It's an entire house, and I didn't even get to the basement yet.
I know.
So at this point, I've got to get some kind of time. I've got to get some kind of lawyer to buy me time so I can be down here. And who's going to be down here in the wintertime with no heat in the house, no electricity, no water? I can't get all of this done. And if I have to hire movers, then they're going to pay for them because they're the ones forcing me to leave my house and my property. And if that's the case, let them pay for another house for me to go to, the same size with the 5 bedrooms, an attic, a basement, a living room, a dining room, kitchen, and laundry. So they're going to pay for that, or they're going to and pay for the movers to take all my boxes and pack everything up for me and get a dumpster so I could throw things in a dumpster. I want them to pay for all of that. So hopefully I can get some judge to go along with me for what they're doing to me. And plus I want all the back pay because they forced me to get those 5 storage units when he was here back in 2017. So I've been renting every single month, costing me money on storage units because I had 1 for each floor. And in case I needed extra room, I had a spare one that was small, a small storage unit. But the other ones were big ones because you can see how much stuff is here.
Yeah, look at how
look
nice
on all
stuff.
of them. Yeah, see, we emptied the cupboards. That's what some of this stuff is here in the kitchen.
Yeah.
There's one there, and there's 3 or 4 more down there.
All right.
But they're all empty. Here's my dishwasher.
Yep.
I bet you there's still stuff in there. Is it? Pull the trays out, honey.
Wow, this is heavy duty. This is really heavy duty.
I think it's a Maytag or Kenmore or something.
Oh my
Well, the name is
God.
on it. What's the name? Can you see the name?
That's a KitchenAid.
KitchenAid.
Yep.
I knew it was quality. And this is your mother's dryer.
That's my mom's.
We switched, remember?
1974 we bought this.
Well, we switched. I wanted the white.
Yeah.
So we put the gold one down here. But the washing machine, I don't know where the washing machine was. It was there.
No, we took it. No, we took it.
Okay, we did take that. So that's why we used that corner to put the cleaning things here.
And the rake.
And the rake and the stuff for outside in the yard and my grandfather's handheld lawnmower.
Yeah.
Which they're hard to find now, too. But anyway.
Yeah, it's a push lawnmower. Careful,
I'm
sweetheart.
getting
I
very
got you.
dizzy, honey. I'm getting very dizzy.
Let me open up the door
My legs
for
are
you.
getting weak. Do you want any of these tools to come out of here yet today? These are where I put the tools on the stove in case we needed
In case
something
we needed something when
to
we're
unscrew or to hammer or whatever.
here. Yeah.
So, you have the keys. Will you lock up, please?
Yeah. That's your step. I'll lock it up for you, sweetheart.
And I did.
All right, you got another camera recording. Today is the 13th of November. You're all upset. I know.
I can't take this, Jerry. And how did they expect me to get all of that stuff out of that house? And where am I supposed to put it? What? That's an entire house filled with my things. Where am I supposed to put it? Why can't I just fix the house up and go back and live in it? I could get one of those stair glides. All right. Do you think we should go up to the police station and ask the police who broke my window?
Yeah.
Well, that's the back of the police station right there. And the magistrate's office is up there too, and so is the code enforcement officer.
Well,
so they can look over here and see my house all the time, and I'm a thorn in their side to them. I'll wait for you inside the building.
All right.
Right there's the police station.
All right.
I'll go up the steps.
Okay, I guess I could sign off. Really? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We'll be down here in the morning. Oh boy. It's Jerry and Barbara signing off.
Well, now they've awoken the sleeping giant because now I don't give a shit who goes down and who doesn't. Jerry, there was so much in that house.
I know.
Everything is in that house.
I know.
I mean, my books that my mother read to us when we were little kids, my pictures from my children, all my important papers are in that house. The kids' toys are in that house. My decorations for every season are in that house. All my furniture is in that house. 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 4 floors of things. My kid's rocking horse, that great big rocking horse when they were small, that's worth something. Those bastards! Why wouldn't the lawyers do something and at least notify me? Then I would have got the news media there and everybody else, and they would have seen what was going on. Let them be exposed now. That's not just my stuff in that house. That's my mother's Grandma Black's stuff is in that house. Grandma and Grandpa Palem's stuff is in that house. My Bob's stuff is in that house. My children's things are in that house.
Not including my stuff and my mom's bedroom suit.
This is my entire life.
I know.
My entire life was in that house. You didn't have room for any of my stuff at your house.
I know.
I had to make do with your stuff all these years.
I know.
And there was no place for me to put my stuff. That developer promised that he was going to get me storage sheds to put my stuff in. Oh my God, I don't believe what I'm going through right now. You don't know, I've got 1,000 things going through my mind all at the same time. That's my whole life. It's my family's life. Everything is in that house that I wanted and needed. And I was able to go down there and get whatever I needed when I needed something. I knew where it was at. When I had to go down and get important papers, if I had to go down and get something for a holiday decoration, whatever I had to get, I knew it was there, I knew where it was at, and I knew I had access to it. Till the goddamn city stole it from me. The city did it, Jerry, when they knew that we were having hearings about it. And they went behind my back and did it anyway. So I don't care if the judges, if that magistrate in Pittston is responsible, if she made any of those decisions, if that Tina Gartley is responsible because she made decisions that I didn't approve of and then they wouldn't let us go and check anything. When I was in her courtroom, she should have said to me when I told her, I want a lawyer and I don't have a lawyer. She should have said to me, well, then let's continue this case until you get a lawyer. No. They had me confused with 2 cases going on at the same time. Nobody cares about it. Nobody cares what it meant to me. Everybody's just caring about themselves.